Hey guys, what's going on? This is something completely new that we were, dabbling with a while ago. A show called Will It RPG,
Mm-hmm.
where we just sort of take IPs, kind of like it was supposed to be a companion piece to the YouTube channel. This is just going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel because we don't really want to put it on any other platform at the moment. But yeah, so this is just us shooting the shit about certain IPs that we really like and seeing if we can either implement existing systems or brand new systems that we've created ourselves to these IPs. For the very first episode, though, we were thinking about doing something for the holiday season since we are currently in real time in October
Mm-hmm.
and we already missed the Halloween train. And
Well, technically, we had that one shot, so
that is true.
which is really spooky.
That is true. We did have that.
Huh?
The train.
Yeah,
I was there, I swear.
You were there.
The ghost train, yeah. So
Um,
technically,
Yes. And no one gives a fuck about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no. Well,
I actually had one I wanted to run for Thanksgiving last year.
oh
but-
well, we've got next year.
Yeah,
So.
we got next year.
Yeah.
You can make it up to your old boy Chris, Mr. Columbus.
For real, we had an idea for a Christmas one shot, which hopefully will be shooting mid-November
Mhm.
to be released in December.
Hopefully, fingers
yeah.
crossed. But I think it's gonna have to be, unless it's gonna be a New Year's Eve.
Oh
Drop.
my god. Yeah.
But if this is the first time you're hearing our voices and you haven't seen anything on our YouTube channel or TikTok or Instagram, let's just introduce ourselves right now. My name is Rock Coleman.
My name is Tawny Tran.
My name's Zach.
Zach Hunter.
Just Zach.
Zach.
Just
Hunter.
Zach.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for the next however long we want to keep talking about this, we are going to be talking about a RPG that Tani and I were discussing, and we wanted to do a elves like an elf
And elves like.
Elves.
elves like elves going on strike at Santa's workshop.
Okay, well, like, the idea actually came from Dropout from one of their Game Changer shows. They had like a prompt about like Santa's elves going on strike and things like that, and I was like, that actually would be kind of sick
Yeah.
to play out. But the system that we were looking into, we wanted something simpler. We're trying to sort of move away from D&D. But we had during a home game basically made Rock DM for the first time with this system called the Big Man Adventure.
Yeah, who's that by?
It is by Grant Howitt. This was made in 2020.
It's from the One Page Games.
one-page
series.
games and their back pages. This is specifically Volume 4. It's called Big Man Adventure, a thinly veiled ripoff of All Out of Bubblegum, which I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure what that is.
That
We should
sounds
probably check that out too.
Kind of dope. We'll look into it.
Now, I need to preface this by saying, I am not a heavy mechanic kind of dude. I have never actually ever DM'd anything in my entire life. When we did Big, Zach looked at me and then handed me the paper. And mind you, I have the least
pretty
amount of tabletop experience out of every single person that I know. So Zach hands me the paper and he goes, "You're DMing." And I'm like, and I look at him with like these big doe eyes, and I'm just like, I actually can't. I actually don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know if you actually would want me to do it because my brain is already a jumbled jungle of just memes and references. And
But you're already the
shit
most narratively like driven person I know. So
Yeah.
which is
Well,
Yeah,
any DM that's like, I know exactly what I'm doing all the time is a fucking liar.
right.
So, I don't know. We did put you in the hot seat a little bit.
No,
but
it worked.
it worked really well.
especially with this one,
I know.
being not a big fan of mechanics and
Mhm.
memorizing a bunch of stuff that you don't care about. This has pretty much one thing that you have to deal with, and the rest
Yes.
is narrative.
Literally one page. I think we gave Rock like 15 minutes to look it over.
Right.
Because there's like 3 mechanics for this system called Big Man Adventure, where it's literally just you're playing a big person, thing, a creature, whatever the fuck you want to be, but the only stat is big,
That's it.
and that's it.
You either grow big or you grow small, or you shrink. You grow small.
When you grow small.
I mean, shrink. But yeah, there's like 2 other mechanics where it's like, oh, you have your big man specialty is something that you're actually good at, and it's like related to your bigness.
Yes.
And then the other thing is like a surprising skill, something you wouldn't expect a big, burly thing
Right.
to like be good at. And I think it's a roll under system, which is also really fun to do. I think it's similar to Call of Cthulhu, where you just gotta roll under your skill in order to succeed. But with this, it just like in big letters, it just says you have 1 stat, big, and
Yep.
it's like underlined, and it says it's you start at 5, and then you kind of just your stat goes up and down depending on how you succeed or fail. And then I think what is it? You retire either way if you get
Yeah, if you
too
get
big.
if you get too big, you like transcend bigness and you become just like either however you want to flavor it. You want to become an Akira monster, go for it. You want to just become one with the earth, go for it. But like if you become too small, I think you just like die.
You become a normal person, I think it says.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
You become a nerd.
And also that's just as bad as death. Becoming a normal person. If I wasn't as big as I am, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, when you are injured or embarrassed, really big on the insecurity part of it, your big stat goes down by 1. If it hits 1, you are so small as to be a regular sized person, and you must retire from the game.
Sad.
Much like real life.
Much like yeah. Tiny people be
But like what was the story that you had for and how did you come up with that on the spot?
Yeah, okay. So the story that I had for Big that I made you guys play was you guys were all a bunch of just freaks. I was thinking it was just like an Adult Swim cartoon episode, just like randomly that you would see at like 1 a.m. and they didn't advertise it or nothing. And so you guys are all just like creature people, and you guys were working at this gym or attending this gym that had like a day or 3 days before it was going to be shut down. And and this corporate douchebag called Chad Bradson. I have his I love doing the Chad Bradson.
There it is.
The name's Chad Bradson. I fucking love doing that shit. But he burst into the gym and was like, I just needed a number to where it was not going to be like too high, like $4 billion that you guys had to like raise to save the gym. So what was it? It was like $50.
Something
And
really
none of you guys had $50. This gym had nothing, no money at all. So you guys had to do like this beach event, and you had to like throw a beach event in order to raise only $50. And you guys cut it so fucking close. It was crazy. 2 of you guys turned into regular people. Zach turned into a regular person.
Yeah.
Okay, but like we had, so I think I was playing like a human shark hybrid.
Yeah.
And his special skill I think was like card trick, so he's a card shark.
Yeah.
And then we had Kim, who was a refrigerator. Like just
That's right. It was just a refrigerator.
just a refrigerator. I think you were just like a tiny big man, right?
Oh, I was like all upper body strength.
Yeah.
But like short legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like skip leg day.
It was like
every
an
day.
episode of like Smiling Friends, but if it took place at the gym.
What was our names? Because we all had something that.
Oof, I
Was-
can't.
Oh yeah, you had to like do a name like Beef or something like
Yeah.
that. I think the guy who
Yeah.
ran the gym, who also was like the normalest looking dude, he was just like a hobo who like ran the gym. His name was Ham.
I can't remember my name. I wish I had thought of it, but I think on the sheet it's
Thick
like
slice.
yeah, it says
Thick slice.
it says your name is as powerful and muscular as you are. Something like Rich Stack Handle, Stent Big Hammer, Dr. Punch Swing, Brisket Slam Castle.
That is a pretty
Oh yeah.
Brisket
yeah,
Slam Castle.
hell yeah, dude. But we all made some pretty stupid, fucking ridiculous characters, and that was like on the spot too.
Yeah.
We all had to make shit, but it's so easy to make one. Like, there's not really rhyme or reason to
No,
it, which
it-
is like what's great about these
It was
one-pagers.
all like true brain rot for like a good hour and a half, and that
Yeah.
was like possibly some of the most fun I've ever had like doing improv.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what
Like-
this is. It's less of. I mean, I don't want to say it's less of a game
Mhm.
than it is.
No.
It is definitely more of an exercise in RP than it is
Yeah.
Which-
a straight up like role playing game.
Well, which I think RP is, I think, more your strength.
Yeah.
Versus me and Zach, where like, sure, we have some roleplay ability, but I think our brains are more mechanic
Mm-hmm.
heavy. So I think this just worked out perfectly
Yeah.
for you, and like, especially doing that on the spot is like,
I love a crazy
Crazy.
situation and seeing like straight men like go into those situations and be like, okay, what can we do? But you guys did so good because I was just like, at no point where was it like I presented an issue or whatever and you guys didn't yes and that instantly. It wasn't like, how did you do this? No, it was just like this person, this 7 foot 10-foot tall businessman riding a jetpack burst into your gym and only asked for $50 and nobody had $50. And I sent you guys on all these side quests and shit and you guys barely made it out, which was awesome.
Yeah, I think Zach's character turned into, you retired into a small person,
Yeah.
and then went corpo, and then you turned back into a big person again.
Oh, did I become like like an accountant for
Yeah, I think-
Chad or something?
You became a corporate stooge for Chad and
I think you were just another chat.
Yeah.
yeah, they were all
I was like
named
a
Chad.
copy.
Yeah. But the funniest part about it, right? They were all in their
Good.
suits, and Chad, with his trust fund beam, turned you into a Chad. But like when he was like eventually defeated, when you guys managed to get the $50, and you guys just gave him $50, he was like, "Oh, okay," and he flies off. Right. The ending of that campaign, quote unquote,
Stupid.
is they all go back to the gym, and Ham. Canonically, they were gone for like 4 hours.
I don't even think it was a full day.
And the guy who ran the gym was already like destitute. They walked in and he was completely naked, all dirty.
In the fetal
In the
position.
fetal position. He was like, turn off the lights. And Chad's dad, Brad Chadson, completely different last name. But it's
Makes sense.
completely his father. 14 feet tall, comes in and turns everything back to normal. He was like, "Oh yeah, sorry for my son. He gave you guys all this trouble or whatever the fuck." Trust fund beam. He turned back to normal. It was such a fun like experience. So if you're out there, if you're listening to this, please grab this. That would be really great if you guys can like try it out too.
Yeah, once again, it's the one-page games and their back pages. Volume 4. So there's obviously more volumes for you to check out, but it's by Grant Howitt. Definitely want to play more of these because these
Definitely.
are really fucking fun.
It's a thick folder.
It's
It's
big.
big.
It's big.
It big.
But yeah, so going back to the main topic of this episode of this podcast though, we wanted to utilize the system for big
Mhm.
for our Christmas episode. So we want to flavor it with like elves and just Christmas themes and stuff like that.
So instead of a thinly veiled ripoff of All Out of Bubblegum, it's a thinly veiled ripoff of Big Man Adventure, which is a thinly veiled ripoff of All Out of Bubblegum.
That should be in the description or the title itself. Just like...
We'll put it in the YouTube.
But yeah, I think we were talking about how would you like to start this? Like, should we talk about like the story or the mechanic of it?
Well, I
first.
think what's cool about this is that it's like you only have one stat,
Mhm.
and then like I think you use 3 different dice depending on what skill you're using, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all this system has. And again, you're just rolling under, and you can literally apply that to like literally anything.
Yeah.
And then just reskin it to any theme. And I think what got me inspired about, I don't even know how we got to talking about it, but we were just like, oh, what if like we were elves and we went on strike and had to like form a union, and like the only stat we had was like Christmas spirit.
Yeah, it was like Christmas spirit. We were floating between Christmas spirit or jolly
Yeah.
or whatever.
I think we just remembered that Big had one stat, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Can we just reskin that?"
Yeah, because once again, like as much as we love D&D, like it can go forever, especially on camera.
Yeah.
And like fun fact for the one shot that we just did, for Off the Rails, I had to cut out so much combat. Not like that we played it on camera, but I had to cut out like 1 out of the 3
Yeah.
battles because it was just getting too long because combat was taking forever. And then once again, when we did our big adventure, it was only an hour and a half. So I'm more inclined to do RPGs that are more like that, mainly for mental health, but also because they're a lot more fun.
And to also keep the longevity of this channel going.
Yeah.
We would.
I mean,
we would love that.
It depends what you want out of a game, obviously, but also, I mean, D&D. It's just so well known, and everybody
Saturated.
tries to use it for everything. But there's so many more interesting, like,
Agreed.
systems out there that can be used for very specific ideas, or just different ways to play a game with dice, pretty much.
Well,
And you don't have to always be in that D&D fantasy mindscape.
yeah, I don't know. Getting a little tired of fantasy, like
Yeah.
just in general. I feel like it's the genre that like everyone can appeal to, and that's nice. But like, I'm kind of just want to dive into different things.
Yeah.
And like, I think this is a really good litmus test for just in general for us. But also, I just want to have like that's our motto is like if it's not fun, then it's not worth it.
We're not gonna do it.
And this just seemed like a really good, quick, easy, fun idea that we could do. But yeah, I think the stat that we were looking at was just Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big things for us is all the systems and like ideas we've been having, just talking amongst ourselves, and everything that we get interested in
Yeah.
seems to be more on the lightweight end of the spectrum of like, sure, there's combat, but is it snappy, and does it facilitate role playing without us having to bust out a calculator and figure out like all these additive properties of all these different abilities? Or is it just something that we can say like, hey, I'm rolling my D100 against a percentage check,
Yeah.
and that's how good I am at something.
Yeah.
And just as a player, I'm like, oh, I'm 50% good at this. That means I'm like okay at this activity. Or
Right.
whatever.
I think all in all, it's like to put it in layman's terms, it's like, is this thing able to fit within one game night?
Yeah.
If it could fit within one game night, I think we're good to go. And like you can finish it right then and there. That's basically what we were like aiming for.
And like, not that progression is such a bad thing when you're playing, but like, I kind of like having a new character to just fucking fool around with for an hour and a half, and then like not really have to pick it up again. Or you can pick it up again in a later thing if it becomes something that you want to do more. And that's like the point of playtesting, right? Is to just like figure out what you like doing, because I guarantee you a lot of the systems that we want to try out are probably not going to be, you know, what we actually like doing. But like the whole point is to just try it, because like you buy all these RPG books. Zach, you and I have a whole ass shelf full of them, and you know we haven't read like 60% of them. Maybe even more than that.
Like, speak for your fucking
yeah. But like I want to try all these systems, and like I'm so tired of like reading through 100 to 200 page books, and like just picking up these one pagers are like perfect, especially for silly people like us.
Yeah.
Who can just really play off with each other, and I think that's a really rare occurrence to have in a group. And so not to only just keep that alive, but it's just really fun to play with you guys, and that's like really the whole point.
Sometimes you want a really tight movie instead of a
7-season show.
Sometimes I just want to watch a Disney Channel movie.
Sometimes you want to watch a decom.
Johnny Tsunami.
That's it.
I know it's a little off topic.
No.
But I found a Call of Cthulhu scenario. It's a one-page Call of Cthulhu scenario called "The Stars Are Right," or the stars are right, dude, and it's
Okay.
about a surfing competition.
For Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so
does that?
because Kim hasn't seen Johnny Tsunami, right?
No, she hasn't.
Okay, so here's what we do. Fucking Clockwork Orange style. We make her watch Johnny Tsunami and Johnny Kapahala back on board. All right. And then with her vast brain-washed knowledge of this decom movie, we jump right into that and watch her just like soar.
Oh man, we could really flavor that.
That'd be so sick.
Is it like a does it have like a simple story for it? Or
Yeah, it's
like-
literally like a few paragraphs long. It's a one-page thing.
I find that hard to believe when it's
For
called
Call of
Cthulhu.
Well, Call of Cthulhu is like
I mean, it is a simple.
it's
system,
set up to
technically.
be like one-shotty
Yeah.
with
that's
the
true.
ability to expand your characters into like the next scenario or whatever. Because
Mhm.
horror, whenever you let it like
Yeah.
run its course, it becomes less scary over time.
Okay.
Just because you're
You're-
how many times can you see something quote unquote like scary, like, oh, there's a zombie. Okay,
Yeah.
eventually the zombie's not scary. So then you just kind of have to keep ramping it up.
Ooh,
So
a time traveling portal man who has like a baby strapped to him.
A portal.
wait, this is a real story.
No, I think that's like one of the. It's not an issue with horror, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Where it's like the more you know about how something scary is made, the less scary it is. So that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And that's
like,
kind of why I've started becoming more drawn to these like
yeah.
these scenarios and systems that facilitate like under 6-hour games that
Mhm.
are open and closed in that session.
Under 6 hours.
Yeah.
Under 6 hours.
6
Yes,
hours.
that is.
That last session of Call of Cthulhu lasted way longer than I expected.
I feel like it always lasts longer than you think it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think with this system, I think I had like a docket. I think it said like SPT, like Holiday Spirit.
Yeah.
I think was the stat. And again, you start at 5.
Yeah, we gave a base for
Yeah.
4 5. Yeah, so okay. So we had 2 additive mechanics
Mhm.
that we wanted to add on to this. So a pendulum mechanic
hmm
where I guess okay, if you are doing something that is within the Christmas spirit, right?
hmm
And you're rolling for that and you succeed in that,
Uh-huh.
then the pendulum should swing from, let's say 0 is the middle.
hmm
It should swing up to get a +1 for everyone.
Yeah.
For everyone who will roll after that. So it's going to be like a team-based kind of thing. So everyone gets a +1 on their rolls
hmm
until someone fails, and then that pendulum goes back down to 0, and everyone gets just regular flat rolls. And if someone fails again, you get a negative roll.
Yeah.
So that was just like a base, like, okay, maybe it's just maybe there's something there to just make things a bit more spicier,
Mhm.
since they all are on a team and they're all doing a strike against
Yeah,
Santa.
I think the idea was that it's kind of like a morale meter
Yeah.
a little bit, but yeah, I think that was one way to do it,
Mhm.
and the other one was like, don't let the morale meter get to 0
Yeah.
kind of thing, which I think would make it a lot more complicated. But I think those were just 2 of like ideas that we had for this specific kind of mechanic to add
Yeah.
to this, because it is like a union strike story, and I just wanted to see like if that's viable in any kind of way.
Well, because with the meter of it all, right? If it came down to it and you were just failing off the bat, just like really, really bad rolls.
Usually games with a meter like this do the opposite of what you're talking about, where whenever you succeed, well, not when you succeed, whenever you fail, you get
Dinged.
something good, basically. So like, for example,
Oh.
there's some systems where whenever you fail a check,
Yeah.
you keep track of that, and then when it's time to level up, so to speak, those are the skills that you level up because you failed. So you progress
Learning.
those skills. You learn by
Mhm.
failure, basically.
Got you.
Yeah.
I know this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I mean, technically, the big stat is already a pendulum that's swinging.
That is true.
Why are we here?
Yeah.
End of podcast.
End
We're
of
done.
yeah. No, you're right. Okay, well, then I guess this is just pretty much all just about like flavoring and making the story a bit more interesting. So like, if there is anything that we wanted to add, like what would be something that we could add that would just, I don't know, make this a bit more spicier of like a team group like thing. Right?
I would.
They're all going at it together or whatever. I would love for there to be just like group consequences.
Well, I would say that
to
would be on
this.
the DM side of
Mhm.
things. I don't want to ruin anything that I'm doing currently, but I've made something similar for Call of Cthulhu, the little tooth pulling
Right.
thing that I
Oh,
feed.
yeah.
Yeah, we are currently in that, so you should probably stop.
I guess.
But
I guess we'll figure out what that does.
Yeah.
But
Scary.
but basically there is something that the players do
Mhm.
that trigger. I made like a whole like a not really a chart but like a checklist for this you know mini game in
Yeah.
a way where if you wanted to put it into your game, you could check these boxes of these different rules that these teeth would represent.
Okay.
In our current game, we're only using like one or two of these rules, but you could technically use all of the rules.
Okay.
But basically what happens is the players do something and that triggers the DM to basically gain a counter in a way. You know, they get this token. The DM gets a token that they can
so-
spend to screw over the player.
Mm.
But there's
Mm.
systems that do that already, and there's systems that do both, where it's like, oh, this token is to help the player, and this token is to help the DM advance the story.
So maybe it's just a kind of what I was doing for the one shot where I was giving you guys items of inspiration to let you
Yeah.
re-roll. But it could be as simple as that.
Mine's the opposite.
Yeah, his spoilers. No, but like maybe it is just like a mode of inspiration.
Yeah.
And then you can hand those out as you see fit.
But staying with like the pendulum idea, even though we already have something that feels pendulumy with the stat jolly or
Right.
whatever we're
Going
gonna
up
call
and
it.
down.
This could be something that is a pendulum in that there's two different triggers.
Mhm.
One is a good trigger for the players to get something, and then one is a bad trigger
You
for
can give
the
us coal.
So
Yeah.
that's what I was about to bring up. So like, what if the inspiration or whatever, let's
Mhm.
say we delegate it to just like Christmas items, right? But each one of those Christmas items being a plus for us, like you said, will be a negative somewhere else that the DM will just like keep.
Mhm.
So let's say it's like, okay, you guys need this candy cane or whatever. You need this candy cane in order to do whatever you need to do. You don't have to do it, but I put you in a scenario where it's like, I'm giving you the choice.
Mhm.
If you guys all start sucking on this candy cane, just know
Ew.
that just know that Krampus is, ticking his box or whatever the fuck and be like, okay,
Maybe
but
it's,
this will be a negative for you guys and that I can just put on you guys whenever.
maybe it's like Beetlejuice. The more you do bad, the humbug things, Krampus shows up.
Mm.
Is there
Like bad things happen in the
Yeah.
North Pole when you go bah humbug.
When you go bah humbug.
Yeah.
You swing into the bah humbug.
Yeah.
And then bad things will happen.
so
Yeah.
maybe there's some kind of an influence meter or like a corruption type meter?
Right. Right.
Corruption.
Because I made one also for a game long time ago.
What haven't you done?
This is what this is for.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can reveal if you want to.
Well,
like,
I will because I probably won't run it again.
yeah.
But basically, it came from a mistake on my part.
Okay.
And the players didn't know this. They just thought it was like a cool thing that happened. But I had a player that they took it was less than 50% of their health in one hit, which means, nothing would have happened. But me being scatterbrained, I was like, oh, you die instantly, because I was thinking about this rule where it's if you take more than 50% of your damage in one hit and you have a major wound, then you die instantly.
Yeah.
But I was just like scatterbrained. I was like, oh, yeah, you're dead. And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, cliffhanger, we're ending the session here. So out of the session, I like drew up this like
That's awesome.
corruption chart, because I remembered earlier in a previous session, this guy, he was trying to be like a woodsman who was like, salt of the earth kind of guy. And he found like this weird ooze on the ground, and he decided to like
lick it.
Yes. It was so perfect because I don't know what kind of words can we use on this, because
All the words.
Oh, well, let's just say it was alien god jizz.
Oh,
And
God, jizz.
He didn't know that, and I couldn't have planned it better.
That's
But
totally serendipitous.
yeah, regardless, I was like, hey, remember when you were like, hey, this isn't how I die? I was, I knew that's not how you die. Like,
Drink that alien.
yeah, remember the alien jizz that you tasted?
That you
He
lapped
was
up
like,
off the
"Oh,
ground.
yeah.
Oh, my
I was like, look,
God.
you have this chart now, and basically, every time you take this action or this action or this type of action, you have to roll an extra D10 and commit to this like RP that's on this table. So like one of them would be like you start crying uncontrollably. The other one would be like you throw up on to the nearest player near you or whatever. So he wasn't allowed to tell anybody else about this, any of the other players. So whenever he's doing all this weird stuff, crying about the water level rising when they're in the middle of a forest, like all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
All the players are like, what's happening? But it's because he was rolling on this table. And then there was like the, 1 out of 10 chance that he gets a doom token. So there was one of the items on this list that was he didn't have to RP anything. He didn't have to do anything bad or good, but he got a doom token. And then whenever he got, it was like 10 doom tokens or something, he became a thrall of the god. Which he was effectively dead at that point,
Right.
But he was like a zombie.
It's like that stupid reel that you showed me a long time ago where it was like, I got a scrungle coin and I got 10 scrungle coins to get a doom token to get like that's awesome.
But I know that was kind of long-winded, but it could be something like that where you have, these triggers and there's like a corruption meter or whatever, like this bah humbug meter.
Yeah, I think that's what it should be called, because maybe the elves don't know what happens.
So so yes, that's what I was getting at.
When you go full bah humbug, it's like this
this has never
legend.
happened.
Yeah, it's never happened before. So it would be kind of funny to kind of install this like fear that has always existed, and to just like kind of RP that, because we don't know. Maybe you can decide how we get to, what is it, to 1 on the holiday spirit stat.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah. So if it is, so okay, just to like gather
that makes it easier
everything, right?
Than the meter.
Yeah. So if it's always something that it will be ticking down, then right?
It's just an influence, so like you're just like marking how many
because you guys are like fighting for your rights, right? You guys are essentially fighting for your rights, but you will have to do bad things, quote unquote bad things, I guess, in order to get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess whatever the level of bad thing that you do, like or whatever, like break into this place. It's like, that's not very nice. That's not very jolly or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe there can always just be a different way of doing things, right? Where it's like, no, but you chose to be bad here.
You do get into some muddy water when you're trying to tell somebody what they're doing is moral or not moral,
That's
because
okay,
it's
that's
very
true, too.
open to.
I think it really should just be just like I mean, you can come up with scenarios that
Mhm.
for sure test that,
Yeah.
and then we as the players decide how we're influenced, kind of, you know, like how much like our choices and what we do,
Mhm.
because you can't really always account for that, right? As a DM, like I'm never gonna know what the fuck you guys are gonna do,
Yeah.
and then so yeah, I think
That's why you could tie it to a type of
Yeah.
action, maybe,
Maybe.
or a type of.
yeah.
That's kind of hard though.
It is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to blanket like.
Unless it's like, I need I need an advantage on this thing or whatever, I will be bad to do it. Like, I don't really know, like, what would be that kind of trigger to like make a person do that. Because if it's just like, you guys are trying to get into this place, you guys being good elves will just probably, I don't know, you're not putting, words in anyone's mouth, but like,
Excuse me.
knock on the door, like,
Excuse me, hello. Can you let me in?
and then as a DM, I'll be like, no, or whatever. Like, let's say you're coming to Jack Frost's place or whatever, and he's a prick from the movie that I saw. He's a downright cunt. So you go to Jack Frost's place, and he's like, no, fuck you. You know what I mean? What? Okay, now what?
I mean, I guess you
I-
could just maybe you could break it down to like traditional naughty and nice type scenarios where it
Yeah.
is like, oh, we're not allowed to break and enter.
Or we're not allowed to swear.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to curse.
Oh
either.
man,
Yeah, but-
anybody at the table that curses, hey, you go down
'Cause
one.
you could have like we could make us one of those signs that says like last day since
Since swear,
swearing,
and this is like 1,000,000 years. Or some shit.
and then there's like a bunch of silly things that you can do. I think things that like, I mean, obviously that aren't of holiday spirit, but like, I don't know. I think that's something that you can kind of decide in the moment too, instead of having like specific triggers, because with Call of Cthulhu, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because it is kind of relies a lot on RP, and there's not like battle maps and like combat of like how D&D works.
Yeah.
But for this doesn't even have combat either.
No.
So like, it's really just how we're carrying the story that you're
Yeah.
making for.
So I guess I was
Yeah.
being blonde for like a second.
Yeah.
And so I guess how this would work then, right?
Yeah.
Is, yeah, I wouldn't tell you guys. None of you guys would know which scenario would be the scenario that could trigger. So
No.
maybe it is a thing where it's like, if you did do something bad, right? But I didn't plan on that scenario being the one that is decided between like naughty or nice to move the meter or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like you get a couple of naughty ones on the house, and then you're like, oh, I guess we're all good to go. And then the next one is like, ooh, fuck, that was really bad, actually. Let's take this thing down or whatever.
Yeah, I think it definitely could be
But yeah,
up to the DM.
Yeah.
but you always want to kind of foreshadow stuff like that too, because in world, we like players might not know what an elf would.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And how I would do it, right? If we're getting into lore now,
Yeah.
right? Is Santa, being just like the megalomaniac he is or whatever the fuck, would probably have an elf who went full naughty just like on display. like in the workshop or whatever. Taxidermy.
Oh.
Taxidermy. He's like, you see this, motherfuckers? This is what's gonna happen to you guys.
That's what I mean. Like, there's
you
that,
go
there's
naughty.
that never-ending fear of like what's gonna happen if like we break holiday spirit.
Yeah.
So
And who even knows if it's real?
Real?
You know what I mean? Like, who even knows if it's real? That could have been a Krampus elf that he just found, like, dead somewhere. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God.
So who even knows?
Well, I mean, yeah. So this is technically a D10 system.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a D8 and a D12, and you use either of those depending on your specialty, and then the thing that you're good at, but like surprisingly good at, that
Yeah.
you shouldn't be as an elf. So we have like elf specialties as like the most favorite thing that you could do as an elf ever. So like I don't know, toy making, baking cookies, sleigh maintenance.
Yeah.
The list is endless, and then like surprising skill. I had written down like doing taxes,
This is my favorite one.
being a mixologist, or and knowing how to do like dressage for reindeer specifically, like
Yeah.
stupid shit. So I guess I don't know. It's just the range of like the amount of things we could do is kind of endless, which
Yeah.
is really fun. But
Which is why I love this system a lot.
yeah,
Like having an elf just be able to do your taxes as like a just like a
That's a great Christmas present.
I'm not gonna fight you.
but let me see your W2s real quick.
Yeah.
Well,
You got all
if
your
you're like
1099s?
an elf with like that background, then when you're like breaking and entering into the whatever,
Mhm.
Jack Frost his workshop, and
Yeah.
you're trying to find like dirt on the dude, and then you
That's-
look at his tax forms,
Yep.
and you're like, this guy's been dodging the North Pole taxes.
Yeah. It's like we could bring that
Yeah.
to the winter IRS.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck. Whoever's in charge of
Well,
snow IRS.
and the other cool mechanic that I like about the big system is that when you do things that are related to your bigness, your stat goes up,
Yes.
right? So like I think for big it's like when you consume vast quantities of protein or lift something outrageously heavy. But for the elf one I had written like you consume vast quantities of sweets, cookies, hot chalky, those stupid ribbon candies
Yeah.
that no one eats. Or like I have Reese's chocolate trees on here too.
You gotta have the chocolate trees.
Gotta have that. We just fucking went through 2 bags of it.
Is the second bag done?
I think we're almost out.
I've been having 3 of those Reese's eggs like a night.
Bro, I ate like a whole bag in like 3 days
Yeah,
from
it's-
Costco.
Yeah, that's the half that we split with you guys.
I don't feel very good.
But I also have like impromptu holiday singing, gift giving.
That's right, the fucking singing. Okay, so that's
I'm gonna sing.
gonna
No.
be part of it. If you guys needed like a boost of anything, let's break out in song.
Oh my
Do a
god.
little impromptu
Zach's gonna be bah humbug first.
holiday.
Oh, I'm already bah humbug. Can I just RP bah humbug? Like,
I mean, he could
be like the grumpy Smurf of
yeah.
the elves.
yeah, or like the oldest elf there.
So
Ezekiel.
Or you or you can be an entirely different thing, like a gnome.
Yeah.
You just found your way up in the North Pole and no one really
all this guy knows how to do is make shoes and stuff.
He's
Like,
a
what the
fucking
fuck?
cobbler. All right.
he grows mushrooms everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a mushroom spore circle around
Oh
him all
my
the time.
god, he feeds the reindeer because of,
And they start in
the reindeer lore
Uh,
with mushrooms.
well, that's the other thing too. We were talking about like stupid NPCs, and like I think this is also a good way to bring in like guest players.
Mhm.
For like if someone wants to play Jack Frost, or
They should.
or if there's like secret agent elves from
So
the
dark
Krampus.
elves.
Yeah,
So-
the dark
so-
elves.
basically what I was gonna do if I was going to DM, right? I would
Which
be
probably are.
which probably will. I will be Santa, right? We start off in the workshop or whatever. You guys are doing your little secret meetings or whatever, and Santa's gonna be like, "Don't cross me, motherfucker."
Evil Santa.
And you guys are like doing your thing. I will guide you guys to certain places, right? Of just like, maybe there's like a holiday round table or whatever of just like it's me, Jack Frost, Frosty,
All the froth.
yeah, all the Frost,
Frost
the abominable
brothers.
snowman, fucking Mrs. Claus, Rudolph, because he's like my top boy. You know what I mean?
Jack Skeleton's there just
Yeah,
because.
Jack Skellington would
Jack
be there.
Skellington's just there,
Oh,
and we're all just like we're like the final boss. We're like the circle. We're the organization 13 of Christmas.
oh my god.
And in order to take us down, you guys will have to sort of go to each one of our regions or whatever and get some kind of dirt on
Mhm.
us to take us down. Now, with that, I would love, I'm decent at improv. I ain't the best at like voices or whatever. So I would love to just like get more people like to come in. It's like
Yeah.
I'll let them know it's like, okay, this is what they're going to do, attempt to do. You are playing Jack Frost. Go. You know what I mean? And that'd be pretty fun. And it would just like have like a lot of just variety in there and
Mhm.
a bit more curveballs too.
It's the same as having the what's it called? Like the trader player, where I mean, I've done that before. Have a player that they secretly know that they're the trader
Yeah.
of the crew.
Mm. Or
But basically, this would be like, you're telling them like, hey, this is Jack Frost. We're on this like evil allegiance of like the winter people.
Yeah.
we
and-
extraordinarily gentlemen,
Yeah.
holiday gentlemen.
So when the players are coming in here to take down your business, you can do whatever you got to
Yep.
do to stop them.
Do whatever you want.
You know what? We could make it a annual thing where we fight one council member every year.
Now that okay. So when we were originally talking about this, because I wanted this to be an annual thing where it's like we revisit these elves like every year to see where they are at, as far as like, did they make it? Did they do this? Did they do that? And obviously there can be just time skips or whatever,
Mhm.
or we could just pick up exactly where we left off. But I think that would be like a cool thing to do. Where, like maybe you guys did take down Santa, right? Now you guys are running the shop next Christmas.
I guess we'll find out.
You know what I mean?
Have we become evil ourselves
it's
in
like-
running a business?
It's like
We've
then
done
it's like this
that.
whole big thing that like expands and is like, you motherfuckers, you don't know what you've done. I was protecting all of you.
Well, so I have it's not really a question, it was an idea about
Yeah.
the lore of Christmas elves
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and their life cycle as
Oh, good question.
a species. So okay, whenever their big stat drops to a certain amount, 1 or 0, whatever,
Right.
it's bah humbug, whatever that means, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
What if their like reproductive cycle also is like, okay, their stat gets above 10, so that means okay, so they are a naturally good
Yes.
species, right? Santa Claus and like these other like Christmas entities are actually evil,
Right.
And like they're corporate overlords trying to exploit that goodness,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that they have to keep these elves acting good because that's how they reproduce. Because whenever their stat gets above 10, they explode into like 10 more little elves that then
They just-
become their own elves.
Just butt off.
Yeah.
This is why you don't unionize.
Exactly.
So these Christmas entities are exploiting the labor of these elves, but like also like trying to be like, oh, you have to be good and become more elves for my
Yeah.
sweatshop.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh my god, we could take on other holiday entities.
Oh yeah. That'd be great. It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, it's like we need something. It's like, all right, we'll call in the turkey. It's like I know just the guy.
Gluttony.
We call in Columbus.
Oh god. Hey, I know a guy. His name's Chris.
Yeah, he's like the evil guy in Wednesday. He's just a pilgrim guy that just can come back and it has like witch dark forces inside of him. and-
Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like a cool. That's a cool bit of lore. I think that would be. I think I would love to like implement that. It's like they don't know the power that they have.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Is like you want that jolly meter to like be hitting the edge every single time.
Yeah.
Climax.
Like,
Because they're naturally a good race. They
Yeah.
want to be good too. Like
Yeah.
that's just their nature.
Yeah.
But Santa Claus is exploiting them.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
And then it's like if your crew
That's
keeps
awesome.
like hitting that meter, it's like you're raising your own like basically army
Yeah.
or whatever of people who want to like overthrow.
Actually, you know why nobody sees Santa Claus? It's because
Mm.
he's actually not delivering presents anymore. He realized it was more profitable to just sell it to Amazon and
Ooh.
Target.
You
And
would. I mean, yeah, that is true.
But he's been telling all the elves that he's still doing the
Yeah.
classic stuff.
Like he you know what he does?
But he fucking hates eating cookies and milk.
Like,
Yeah.
him and Mrs. Claus, right? They jump in the sleigh and they're like, "All right, we're off to deliver presents." And they got like a bag full of just empty boxes, and they go to fucking make out point for the night and just bang it out. And then they come back and like, "Wow, oof,
Oh man.
I've worked up quite an appetite." And they just eat all the cookies and milk.
I mean, if you were to play an elf, what kind of archetype would you go for?
Ooh,
Because if you're gonna be DMing, I'm just curious what you
yeah,
would be playing as an elf who is naturally wanting to be good all the time.
Yeah.
and-
I think okay, I know we don't want to like get to the fantasy, like big fantasy, but I would love like a fucking Tolkien elf. just like a big ass motherfucker who's just like wearing the elf clothing or whatever, and it's just like really tight on him, and he's just sitting there, and
so like Legolas,
he
but
speaks very regally and everything.
fantasy elf, like
Uh,
actual fantasy elf.
Actual fantasy elf, and he's just
Yeah.
like
He's one of the high elves. He was in with Santa's crew. His
Yeah.
parents were in with Santa's
You
crew,
were-
so he's like the
Kicked
trust fund
out.
baby.
He was exiled from Middle Earth.
yeah, exile from Middle Earth, and then had to
Is that
he traveled long and far.
Is that where Valinor actually is?
Yeah,
Just-
it's the North Pole.
I thought about doing like a Russian toy maker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like literally doesn't exude joy, but like he always talks about being happy and like
It's the Russian version of joy.
yeah.
It's like you get these turnips. Remember that accent is crazy.
You want vodka?
You want vodka? Do you want Wrangler jeans?
Oh my god,
it just became legal. Wrangler jeans.
I make toy with babushka.
The babushkas
that's your
make the
special
babushka.
power.
I'm here with children. I like to make children laugh.
Boo.
Boo, you are laughing now.
Wait, why you don't laugh? Why you don't laugh?
Maybe I boo harder. Will that make you smile?
In Homeland.
Boo. Smile, boo you.
Which doesn't make any sense because they're like their own species. So
Yeah.
like maybe that wouldn't even make sense, but like
No, it's perfect.
I think
Like,
it's silly. Maybe there's elves all over the place and they just I don't know.
I mean, if you look at the lore of elves in general,
I have not.
like
let's get into
it's
it.
yeah.
The-
I mean, every culture has their own kind of elves, and then
Yes, yeah.
it's also been bastardized over many years. So
I want to know what Russia's version is of
I know
elf.
it's we love Rush. Actually, let me stop. I actually don't really know. So
Well, I mean, and you look at like old folk tales; they're really fucked up in
Yeah.
nature, anyways. So like that could kind of work
yeah.
a little bit. But I'm trying to remember if anyone else had
But-
like elf ideas. But
the species are born out of belief. Wink,
Mhm.
wink.
Oh.
So even if it's not the classical kind of elf, they still exist based on who believes what.
Yeah.
So that's why there's so many different cultures of elves and
Oh,
species
right,
of elves.
right.
It may be like the North Pole is just the gathering point for all of these cultures
So do you want
and their elves.
Yeah.
vodka with your cookies or no?
The Hyperborean elves.
Could have dark elves. You could have like elves
Sure.
from the Dark Crystal. You could have,
Puppet elves.
yeah. You could have I don't know what other kind of elves on there. You could have a Keebler elf.
Yeah.
Gnomes are mad that they're not considered elves anymore.
That's what I mean. You should just be a gnome disguised as an elf,
Yeah.
or just everyone thinks you're an elf, and then we're just like, yeah.
And you just keep saying like things that you think an elf would say. And everyone's like, interesting. How many cookies did you say you had? And you're like, 4? It's like, usually it's 7.
40.
40.
40. Now you're talking.
My man.
40. Yeah, my man.
My man.
Huh.
You would have like, I could just see you bringing a jaw harp to the one shot. Like, it's just not even like a classic instrument, but like for Christmas,
Yeah.
that'd be really fucking funny. Just like another thing that you're a gnome and not an actual elf, but you know.
I mean,
Aren't you one in real life?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it can roll over pretty well.
Yeah.
I think you can add a lot of different skins to this, and it would, work out pretty much the same. But I like the secret influence. Because having the holiday spirit mixed in with unionizing is like a really interesting juxtaposition. But
Yeah.
like it kind of makes sense with the morale of it all.
It would be very apt to
Yeah.
to do that.
But in a fun way.
Yeah. Or we'll see how it goes, but like I mean honestly it just being like an hour and a half too would just be like a really good thing for the channel to just have like a yearly Christmas special, which is just us. Us as our elves, like just doing
I mean, you could do
Dumb
any
shit.
you could do any holiday with this. So
Yeah.
if you really just wanted to you don't have to revisit Christmas every year, but you could do.
Can we have a dark, gritty finale where it's like the coal mine wars, where we actually just start shooting each other?
It's like we're trapped. We ran out of food.
It's like a big fantasy war, like in the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
I'm talking about the coal mine wars in West Virginia.
Oh well, no, I don't think either.
I do not know anything.
What?
where the United States government actually dropped munitions on the workers because they were trying to bust the unions.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You need secret scabs.
Yeah, we're gonna bomb the
Maybe you should tell one of the players to be a scab.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be cool. And I just like never tell anyone like who's the
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like how you had your player where it's like
Mhm.
only he knew what was going on,
Mhm.
and it would be really funny to have other players be like, "That's not."
That's not very jolly.
Well, two of us are here now, so it's gonna be hard
Well,
to do that.
who knows? I just won't tell. Like I mean,
We gotta get a picture like the Spider-Man meme, but in our elf
oh yeah.
costumes. We're
Yes.
just like,
Also yeah, you're gonna have to dress up. So
yeah.
that's just a requirement.
Well, which will be easy for you because you just need a cold hat and
And a
your
green
pipe.
shirt, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my
shirt,
pipe.
You have your pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your pipe? Did you
I
use it?
No, I still have my pipe.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's in the bag.
Santa.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Santa smoke.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Santa does toke up. That motherfucker is all green.
Midnight toke.
My jolly stat's gonna be reduced a little bit off the bat because I just always steal that shit from Santa. It's like, why am I always out of it?
Like Santa would want me to have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This makes me jollier.
It makes me
Yeah.
work harder.
That would be awesome. there's just endless things that you could do with this, and like I'm excited to see how this actually runs.
Yeah.
But like to kind of get it down to not a science, but like 90 minutes would be, or I think it could probably even do 2 hours if
Yeah.
you really wanted to push it. But like I'm excited to see where this goes.
Especially with the guests or whatever. Like if depending on like how much pre-pro I do, which I would do my due diligence
With that
and do it. Yeah. But just like literally getting you guys on the path and then tagging out, high-fiving the next person, they come in, they do their thing, you guys, and then just like a constant rotation. And maybe I'll come back in every once in a while to like check up on like the other elves in the workshop and be like, well, where the fuck are these three? These 5 chuckle fucks, where do they go? Or whatever. And then I alert, it's like, hey Jack, it's me, Chris. Kringle. You idiot.
Codename Kringle.
Code name
So you got 5 little bad elves coming your way, and then we get Jack Frost in there and do his thing, and I think that'll be super fun.
Frosty Sickle, come in. I told
Frost-
you not to call me that.
Frosty one.
Code red nose. Code red nose. Oh my god, the list is endless.
Yeah.
But I think I just like how simple it is, and I don't really have to think about it
All
and
that
be
much,
like,
yeah.
well, and like when, especially like not that we'll have combat, but when you're doing combat, you're not like. I kind of like that when we were playing big, we were so engaged with each other
Mm-hmm.
instead of like looking at our sheet, being like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm concentrating right now. I can't cast that spell.
Yeah.
Or just like remembering, because that stuff really does affect story, and like sometimes you just forget that that's a thing. So
Yeah.
like I'm excited to see where this goes.
That's
But-
one thing that always bothers me is
Yeah.
like I'm looking at my sheet and I'm like, oh, I want to RP this, but then I'm like, well, let me read out what this does because
Yep.
like the DM's like, wait, exactly how much damage is that? I'm like, here's some numbers, and like I was gonna say what it does, but now I have to like tell you the math of it,
Yeah.
and it just like takes you out of it. But this was really great because we were just like, fuck it, I do like a big man thing. My ham-sized fist crushes the fucking beer can over my head. It's sick.
And it's sick, and it's awesome, and you grow bigger.
And you just get big.
I got ripped. Well, I didn't. I became a
Give him
accountant.
a regular account.
Well, I guess if we'll see if our elves go all bah humbug or
Yeah,
explode into tinsel or
definitely. You guys,
something.
please stay tuned for that. I mean, this has been a pretty decent first episode. Like, I think we have a couple of more things that we want to talk about in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe some original ideas too are going to be coming your way pretty soon, depending on how quickly we can work on those things. But definitely, this is going to be something that we will be doing for the holiday season, and we will get it out for you guys to just see and test out yourself if you want to.
And then we will put down in the description where to get these one-page RPGs because they're pretty great. Especially to just do your home games at when you have nothing planned. You can just whip these out and just play with your friends. It's delightful.
No planning or anything.
No planning. Literally 10 minutes to just look and read over 1 or 2 pages and you're good to go. But if you guys have any suggestions on IPs that we could try and figure out if it can be role played, I guess let us know.
Leave a comment. You can hit us up on Instagram too if you have an idea. We would love to hear from you guys. But yeah, I mean, honestly, until the next Will It RPG, guess we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.